I've been carrying mountains that were not mine to hold. Every voice in my head selling stories I was told. That I had to be flawless, had to be iron, had to be gold. But nobody asked me what it cost to fit that mold. I grew up in the shadow of a version of myself that everybody painted and then placed up on a shelf. A portrait of a person who could never feel the weight, who smiled through the fractures and arrived on time, never late. My father had his blueprint, my mother had a prayer, my teachers had their rubric, and the world had its stare. And I stood in the center of 1,000 different pools, like a rope between the wanting and the aching and the lows. I studied every syllable of what they call success. I memorized the ladder while I swallowed my distress. I climbed until my fingers bled and still it wasn't right, because the ones who set the summit kept on moving it at night. I felt the ceiling pressing down, I heard the thunder in the crowd demanding more with every sound. I almost let them take me out, but I am not the weight you placed on me. I am not the name you traced on me. I'm something deeper than the face you see, a war inside a man who chose to stay and be. This pressure built a fire that you cannot touch. I've been but never broke because I've taken enough. The world can lean on me and still I will not crumble. I rise in silence louder than the ones who made me humble. The weight of the world won't break me, no matter how heavy the stone. The voices that tried to shake me just sharpen me down to the bone. I've carried the grief and the glory, I've walked through the fire alone, and every scar tells a story of a man who came in to his own. There were nights I sat in darkness with the ceiling as a friend, replaying every failure, every place I couldn't bend. They said I had potential like it was a kind of debt, like I owed the world a masterpiece and hadn't paid it yet. I pour myself in empty rooms to fill somebody's dream, and wonder why the mirror showed a face that couldn't scream. I swallowed whole the standards that were handed down like law, and punished my reflection for each imperfection, each flaw. But somewhere in the breaking there's a fracture that reveals the difference between armor and the truth of what one feels. I thought that being strong and never letting anything show, but strength is carrying the fire and still choosing not to go. So take your expectations and your timelines and your molds, take the quiet disappointments and the stories that were told. I bled inside the margins of the life you wrote for me, and now I'm writing over it with everything I'll be. This is not defiance for the drama or the noise. This is a man reclaiming the integrity of his voice. I don't know the